All right, folks. So normally what I'll do is I'll post reels on uh, social media of my favorite setups for when these happen. So every morning, what I'm doing, guys, with our strategy, again, our strategy is not a day trading strategy. We don't have to be glued to our computers when we're doing this. The first thing I'm doing every morning is opening up my alerts over here because I have alerts set here down on our indicator. These red and green dots are our buy signals. So if you guys aren't familiar with the strategy, I do have a free course over here, but typically we are swing traders, okay, that focus on a monthly and a daily chart here. We are 1 to 6 months out on all investments. That means we are buying and we are holding for 1 to 6 months. We're not day trading, buying and selling every day or every hour or every minute. We are buying and holding for 1 to 6 months. We're trying to catch the macro moves. Okay, so we enter and exit positions using our trading indicator. The green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. Rule number 4 right here. So our buying strategy is pretty simple. Okay, buying strategy means monthly green dot plus daily green dot equals buy. So the first and foremost, most important thing we want on our charts, according to rule number 4 right here in our trading rules, is that we only want to buy assets that have a green dot on the monthly chart. Okay, so for example, I have Chainlink right here. You can see that these dots on the monthly chart are very, very rare. So they very rarely occur. You can see we're getting one. We got one in July. That was last month here on Chainlink. That came right around $13 or $14. It went up to 21. But you could see that the last time we got one of these was back in November. So that was around 7 or 8 months ago. So these don't come around every single day. But typically what they mean or what they are is a 1 to 6 month trade. It's a 1 to 6 month swing. So you can see the last one came around $10 on Link and it went all the way up to 31. That was a 200% trade in 2 months. Okay, you can see back here, this one came in July at $6. It traded all the way up to 24 in the matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 months. That was a 300% move. This doesn't just work with stocks and crypto. I mean, you could look at Bitcoin's chart and see, right, that green dot came in 2023 at 20,000. It went all the way up to 70. You had another opportunity right here in October at 25. Another one right here in November at 67. And another one right here in May at around 95. And then you can go back to 2015 and just look, right? So typically with the green and red dots, the reason why we like to focus on the monthly chart is because the bigger the time frame, the more accurate the signal is going to be, right? If you're on like a 5-minute chart, look how many signals you got just today, right? I can go to a day chart today, and this was just the daily, right? This was just today and yesterday on a 5-minute, on a 1-minute chart. So you can see there's a million signals that you get in any given day. But if you go to a monthly, like I said, they come like every 6 months. So markets move in cycles, right? They go up, they go down, they go sideways, they go up, they go down, they go up, they go down, right? It's a wave. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to catch the wave. We're trying to catch the macro move. I would rather just buy and hold and catch this move. I mean, if you guys would have got in on this back in 2023, this was back in 2019 and held to now, you're up. I'm sorry, that was 2023, 2 years ago. You're up 600% if you held for the last 2 years on Bitcoin, if you entered on this signal. This one in 2019 came at 3,000. If you would have held for a year or two, you would have made 2,000%, 3,000 all the way up to 65. So we want to keep a long-term mindset. Typically, we're looking to buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. If you want to hold for 6 to 12 months or 12 to 24 months, that's completely up to you. I like the 1 to 6 month trade. I mean, if I can make 100%, 200% on a trade, I am super happy with that, especially waiting for 6 months. And then if something pulls back, right, we can always re-enter on the next green dot. But typically, the green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. But the most important part of our strategy is that monthly dot. Okay, that monthly dot has to be on the chart. After we get the monthly dot, what we want to do is we want to look for pullbacks. So like you can see, if I go back to, for example, Chainlink here, right? This one got the green dot here back in July. That was in 2015. Or I'm sorry, at $15. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. But July, that was last month, right? So now that we got the signal, what we're doing is we're in here on the smaller time frames now looking for green dots on the daily, because there's 30 of these daily candles. Each one of these candles right here represents 1 day, 24 hours worth of price action, okay? And then a monthly candle represents 30 days. So if you think about it, candlestick math, there's 30 days in a month. So throughout the month, price is going to fluctuate. It's going to go up and down and up and down. So in order to zoom in and get a microscope, or think about it as like a microscope, you're zooming in and you're looking for like a little pullback here over a week or two, like we got over the last week or two. Okay, and then look for an entry. So that was a beautiful setup right there on Chainlink at 15, 16 bucks. And then our sell target is always up here in the red zone on the Fibonacci. So if you don't know what the Fibonacci is, we do have, this is part of our sell strategy. You can see we have two different sell strategies. So what we want to do is we want to sell a big red dot, one of the red dots. This is for a daily chart. Okay, we have a daily chart sell strategy and a monthly chart sell strategy. But the first one, we simply just want to sell the red dot in the red zone. So the red zone is normally where markets run very hot. It's the top of the Fibonacci. If you don't have the Fibonacci or any of these tools, you guys can download those over here under the trading indicator tab inside the Discord. Just click on this link right here. It takes a couple of clicks and all this loads right in. But this Fibonacci tool right here is outstanding. And if you guys don't know how to use it, again, I have a free trading course right here. This video explains it very, very well. That course is completely free in the Discord. You guys can check that out. But typically, we want to sell a red dot in the red zone. You can see this red dot came up here at 26. We sold all the way off. Okay, this one came back here at around 30 back in 2024. We sold all the way off. Okay, selling opportunities, so on and so forth. And where we want to buy is in these golden zones. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different zones on a Fibonacci. The red zone is where things are running hot. So like right now, we're buying Chainlink, right? Because we have a green dot on the monthly, and we're waiting until it gets back up here to the red zone between 26 and 28. If you would have bought right here at 15 when that daily dot came right there, I mean, all the way back to the top, that's a 92% move to the top. So you're like doubling your money if price goes back up to that area. So that's our sell strategy. So we're buying and we're holding. Okay, it might take 1 to 6 months to get back up here. It could take a week, could take 2 weeks, but typically that's what we're doing. Okay, we're buying and we're waiting till we get back up into that zone, and that is where we take profit. So that's sell strategy number 1, and then sell strategy number 2 is based on the monthly. This one's a little more simple. Okay, the stochastic RSI, that's going to be the blue stochastic. This is a form of an RSI right here, this light blue line. So this one is for the monthly chart. So when the stochastic RSI, the light blue line on the trading indicator, hits the white dotted line on the monthly chart. So for example, on Chainlink, that would have been right back here in February. You could see we topped out at 23 and then sold all the way off to $8. We pumped back up. We didn't quite reach it there, but we did get into the red zone there in January on Link. So we should have been taking some profits there in January around this time. Okay, so that's why we have 2 different sell strategies. So if you look at like Ethereum, okay, you can see that the monthly chart here, okay, you can see the stochastic touched the top right there in March at 4,200. It sold all the way off to 1,300. Same thing back here in 2021. That was 4 years ago. It hit 4,500. It dipped. It went up a little bit more to like 48, and then we topped out right in that range, and then sold all the way off to 1,000, from 4,000, 5,000 down to 1,000. So that's the sell strategy. So normally what I do, guys, is I will post all of my favorite setups for every day over here in the Overkill Alerts section. I post these on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, so you guys can check those out, but they also get fed over here to the Discord. The Discord's the place to be if you guys want to follow along with the strategy. We've had some absolute bangers so far this year, and honestly, this move looks like it's just getting started. I think it's going to continue into Q4, probably around September, November is where I think we're going to be seeing some topping signals, but I mean, charts are looking really good. So today, there's just too many to post for a reel, right? So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go over all these today. Today is August 7th. And actually tomorrow we're going to be going over our watch list. So if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, and never miss a video. But this is our watch list every week that we cover on Fridays. We go over all the charts. But today I just want to cover the alert section. So I check this like once or twice a day, guys. I get in here and I go over my alerts. So if you have your alerts set, you could set alerts in TradingView by right-clicking and hitting Add Alert. And then this is where you can select your big green dot, your small green dot. Those are the signals there. And I have videos on how to do that over in the Discord if you guys want to check that out. But typically, I know what I'm looking for, right? Because we have a strategy, right? So the trading rules, you see the buying strategy is the monthly green dot plus the daily green dot equals buy. So I have monthly alerts set up on everything. So 9.5 out of, like, all of these charts on my watch list are green on the monthly, right? The majority of them are green on the monthly. You can see Novax, green on the monthly. Arrow doesn't have any data, so I have to use the weekly. The newer coins aren't going to have any data, but Chainlink, green dot on the monthly. STX, green dot on the monthly. CRO, green dot on the monthly. So the majority of these have green dots on the monthly chart already. So what I'm doing on my green list every day is I'm looking for those daily alerts. So it doesn't make it on my green list, on my watch list, unless it has that green dot on the monthly chart. Okay. So once it gets the green dot on the monthly, that's when I'm swapping over to the daily. You could see STX here, green dot on the monthly, showing up right now. I mean, there are so many just amazing setups right now. I can't even fathom with it. It's insane, and it's beautiful to see. So I got all these alerts today, so I'm just going to go over them for you guys really quick. QS was the first one. I think this is a quantum computing play. You can see this one has the green dot here on the daily, and it has a green dot on the monthly. So what we're doing is we're buying on the green dot, right? And we are holding until we hit our target. Our first target's going to be up here between 13 and 15 bucks. Okay, we'll know we're wrong on the trade if it breaks down below 8. But that one looks really good. XYZ, this is Square. Square's also looking good here, bouncing right on 75. That one's got a green dot today, so that is an entry signal. Target would be 90 to 95. Here's Coinbase. Coinbase had a nice pullback here after their earnings. Looks like they missed on revenue a bit, but they sold off. Again, we were up here in the red zone. This is our sell target. We're never buying assets in the red zone. So you got two red dots here, red dot there, and we sold all the way off down here to 280. And by the way, guys, if you guys like this form of video, I've been thinking about doing this like on a daily basis and going over the alerts. Obviously, when there's a lot of alerts like this, I can't fit it all into one reel. So there's just so many setups right now that I wanted to share these with you guys. But Coinbase, you could see, did give the alert. And if you guys are in the Discord, we actually call these out over here as well. So you can see all these were called out today in the daily alert section. So the daily alert section, these daily alerts only come from the green list, right? From our green list. So I already have this pre-populated. All of these should have monthly dots. So the only daily dots we get over here in the Discord are from the green list. So the majority of these that are getting called out already have the green monthly. Okay, and the green monthly is the most important thing, right? Because again, we called Ethereum here back in June at 22 to 2,500. Now it's up here at 4,000 and everyone's excited. People were calling me stupid for buying Ethereum over here at 2,400. But again, this is our strategy, right? I know from the past that every time this thing has printed a green dot on the chart, it's been a buying opportunity, except for this one up here on Ethereum. But every time the wave's been down here, below the zero line right here, it's been a buying opportunity since 2019 for the last 6 years. So we just use data, we use logic. Okay, I'm never going to just spit things at you guys. I know a lot of people are just, I don't even know what to call it, but we try to back everything up with data and with logic, right? Anyone can look at this chart and see, every time a green dot came down here since 2019 over the last 6 years, it's been a great buying opportunity. And, we just take advantage of that. So is it 100%? No, but the longer you can wait, the better. Charlie Munger, I think, said it best. The money is not made by buying and selling. It's made by waiting in these markets. The markets are created to transfer the money from the active, the people constantly buying and selling, to the patient. Okay. And we have a patient strategy. We have to be willing to wait 1 to 6 months to profit. We look at ourselves like farmers. We're putting seeds in the ground, right? We're planting, and we're waiting for it to harvest. Okay. The farmer doesn't go out to the field and dig up the seed every single day to make sure it's growing. Okay. They take care of it. They nurture it. They water it. And they wait for it to grow. And when harvest season comes, okay, harvest season would be up here in the red zone. Just like Coinbase was way up here in July at 440, we were in the red zone. We were running really hot, okay? People were very excited. But guess what? We got these red dots. That's part of our sell strategy. We're taking our profits, okay? And then we can re-enter if it sells off and we get another green dot. But I think Coinbase is going to set up really nice here this week. Looks very strong here above 280. Very strong. And XYZ, again, both those look very strong, QS and Coin. We also had Baidu give a daily dot. This is a Chinese stock. This one's been very choppy, but I do think Chinese stocks are going to have their day. That got us set up there. Looks very strong there over 84. Top Golf, this one looks like they beat their earnings. They beat on revenue, beat on earnings by 900%. So I think that one's going back to 15, 16 bucks. Another one we called out over the last couple months here. April is when you got that signal down there at $6. It's up 50% since that signal that was down here. somewhere around there. And again, $15 to $16 is the target up there in the red zone on that. And we got Mara. Mara also gave a signal here today as well. So target on Mara is up there between 24 and 26. You saw that daily alert. And these are just from today, guys. August 7th. Today is August 7th. So these are looking very good. ASML gapped up today with a signal here as well. That one's actually red on the monthly, so you're going to want to set a stop loss. I'd put the stop loss probably at like 660. As long as 660 can hold, okay, we're fine. Okay, because just because the dot is red this month doesn't mean it's going to stay. A dot is never confirmed until it closes. So we have 30 days, or I'm sorry, 23 days to pump. So if ASML goes up on the month, meaning if this daily signal feeds the monthly and we end up pumping up to like 800, this signal could go away here on the monthly. So just understanding, like when you have a red dot, you need to look at the structure of the trade. You can see right here was good support right there at around 650. So that's a great spot to put a stop loss. I am long ASML still, and I still like it here in the green dot with the gap up today. Looked very good. We got AMAT as well. This is another semiconductor play, just like ASML. They both make parts for semiconductors. That one also had a signal go off. They also have earnings coming up here shortly. HPE was another one. This is, I honestly don't even know what these guys are, but they do got a green dot there on the daily. Pepsi also looks very good. That one's got the green dot there on the daily, and also the monthly that we called out in July. This looks very, very good. Last time this wave was all the way down here on Pepsi was back in 2009. That was at $50. It went all the way up to 200. But Pepsi looks very good for a move back to like 170 to 180 here. Beautiful looking setup there. We've been talking about that for a couple months. We got HP here. This is an oil and gas company. I believe they drill wells, but they got a monthly and a daily here. They're just building support right here at around 14. We got STM, another semiconductor here with a green dot here on the daily. Target on that is 40. We have some crypto coming up here as well. These are just the stocks that went off today. This is a semiconductor that we've been following, SOXL. That one had a daily alert today. We called this one out at like $7-8 down here back in April. Whoever entered on that, you're up, I don't know, 200%. Beautiful. I'm kicking myself for not buying it back then. But QNT, here's one green dot there on QNT. Rose is actually given a monthly alert here. So that was actually just called out on the monthly. So we would be entering Rose here, taking a position. I'm moving that one over to the watch list now. But that is very, very bullish for Rose. I know some of you have been watching that in the Discord. We have Bonk here with some daily alerts. Target on this is 0.004 to 0.005. Again, we want to sell in the red zone after the parabolic move upward. That's where we're looking to sell, take profits. We got a lot of room to go there on Bonk. We got INJ, another cryptocurrency that also just gave the monthly alert. Guys, again, these monthly alerts don't come around every day. They are very, very rare. If you think of every year, there is one good time a year to invest. These monthly dots would be it. Okay, so this is looking very, very good here. With the monthly, and you got the daily alert as well. Target on that is anywhere from $30 to $35. And again, we are willing to wait 1 to 6 months until price gets back up there. We got H-bar given a green dot here on the daily, also looking for 35, at least 35 cents here on H-bar. That one looks very strong here above 22 cents. We got OP. OP is another one I took a position on earlier this week. We got the green dot there on the monthly down here at 70. This thing was as high as $5 back in the last. That was back in March of 2024 there. So this looks very good. This one's built on the Ethereum chain. Target on that's all the way up there at 260. If that goes back to the red zone from where it's sitting right now, you're talking about a 250, 260% move there. We got ARB. ARB also green here on the daily. These came in last night. So if you guys want these real-time alerts, again, they're called out in real time over here in the Discord. I can't make a video every single second that one of them pops off. So if you guys are not in the Discord, you guys can become a member right now for as little as $4 a month if you guys pay for the year in full. You just click on this link and sign up, and that gets you access to the trade alerts, the watch lists. Again, we're going to be covering the watch list tomorrow. The watch list is every single name here on the green list. These are the names that we are actively looking for positions on. These are also names that I actively own, and we're looking to take positions on because they have green monthly dots. But ARB's got a lot of room to go back up there to the red zone as well. You got SUI. We've been calling for $5 SUI here for a while. That one looks good. Green dot there. Boom. and looking awesome. Arrow is looking fantastic as well. This is Aerodome Finance. This one's got the daily alert that printed there yesterday. It was up 15%. We called the one before that out, though, on Monday at around 75 cents. And that thing is up 15, 16% off the first one. So you got the second one, which is just more confirmation that we are going up, just like back here. Boom, boom. Okay, and again, targets up here at 2 to 220. Okay, it's 150% all the way back up to that area. Here's Ethereum Classic, also giving the signal, looks good back to 35. You got MKR, another cryptocurrency. That one's kind of already in the red zone, so not really my favorite, but we've been watching this one for a while. This one gave the signal back here in May at around 1400. I think there's some better names to own. Riz is that low market cap play we've been watching for a while. I think that one looks really good down here at 0.002. And then last but not least, we got AVAX on the radar here as well. Green dot there on the daily. And you can see we got the green dot on the monthly as well. So that one looks very strong over 20. Guys, I think altcoins are absolutely ready to explode. I think, you know, the worst mistake you could, the only problem you're going to have is that you didn't buy more at this point. Because I think these next 2, 3, 4 months, 5 months are going to be absolutely insane for altcoins. People are starting to really wake up here. And you're starting to see the markets really move here. And again, these green dots are nothing to bet against. I mean, these are very, very accurate signals. If you just open this up on any chart, again, it works with stocks and crypto. You can look at Meta here. You can see this green dot was called out on Meta back at $100. The stock's sitting at 760, and that was called out around 2 years ago, back in 2023. So, yeah, I mean, you can see, you can look on the chart for yourself. Again, if you guys do not have these indicators that we talked about today, you guys can download those over here in the trading indicator tab, and you guys can get full access to all those tools. Again, if I have a free course over here, if you guys are new and you want to learn more about the strategy in the Discord, but we call the signals out over here, and we will be covering our watch list here tomorrow. That is Friday, live on YouTube. The replay will be posted to X and also Facebook. But those are the alerts for today, guys. Markets are taking off. Lots of green here today. You love to see it. And we're just being patient, waiting for our targets to hit. Again, use that red zone. That's a great spot to look for profit taking. Great spot to give yourself a price target to look to take some off the table at. You never have to sell the whole position at once. You could sell half the position, 25% of the position. But if you're making 100%, not taking profits, you guys are being greedy. Again, nothing is 100% certain, but we can use these tools and technical analysis to create a plan, right? And develop the discipline to stick to the plan. That's why we have the trading rules, right? We stick to these. This is the strategy that I've made up over the last 8 years of trading, and I've found a ton of success in it. The longer term you can make yourself in the markets, the better. Day trading, in my opinion, is a scam. Okay, we want to invest our money wisely. We want to buy in times of fear and sell in times of greed. We're coming out of a fearful time right now. We're coming out of that April dip that we had. Everyone was panicking about tariffs and everything like that, right? If you were buying during that time back in April, you're up a massive amount right now in the markets, and I think we're somewhere right here in media attention. So I think we're really just starting to begin this move higher. Again, I think this is going to happen over the next 30 to 90 days. I'm thinking somewhere in November we'll reach the top, and we'll be ready to take some profits at that point and hold cash and wait for the market to reset. So I hope you guys got some value out of this. I got to run here. Hit the bell. We'll be live tomorrow, 2 p.m. You guys can set a reminder. Go to this watch list tab. The live is scheduled there on YouTube. So tune in for that tomorrow, August 8th. We'll see you guys then. God bless you. Peace.